When using the controller connected to the Wii Remote, smack the hell out of everyone. Bandai Namco Games. Great. What a great company. Surely this can't go wrong. Project Soul. What happened, Project Soul? What happened to the soul part of the project? Ooh, look, Soul's hand's reaching out. It's important. Okay, very important that you know this for the plot reasons. This is actually not a bad opening, but at this time they're trying to be more JRPG, but not like a turn-based JRPG. This game plays like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden Black, and God of War for some reason, and it's somehow the worst of all three. Oh my goodness, that's loud. Holy crap. Look at Siegfried. Very short intro, too. I'm usually used to those being 2 minutes long.
Soulcalibur Legends.
And there you have Ivy saying it right there. Soulcalibur Legends. What a font. I think this might be the worst font of Soulcalibur. As you can tell, you don't got a lot in the menu. Not a lot to work with. So this game was released on the Wii, a Soulcalibur franchise on the Wii. Surely I love swinging a sword with the Wii remote constantly. But there's not a lot of settings here, and I'm not really too concerned about it. All right, we got our quest right here. Doing good. It's the only reason why you play this. I don't know why you play party. Unless you would have beat up each other, I guess, but we're going to go into quest. As you can tell, I played 21 minutes of this and I was disappointed. But we're going to get into a new game to show you why this is not the way to make a proper Devil May Cry clone, God of War clone, or Ninja Gaiden Black clone whatsoever. Anything that closely resembles those three games, this is not how to do it. This is fine. I got no beef with this art style whatsoever, or introducing what the story is going to be. I mean, we're also just replaying the intro again. Look how sick Soul Edge looks in that screenshot. It doesn't even look like that in this game. Wait a minute, Soulcalibur's in this too? What the? Yes, they're both in this game. It's basically grab swords, gain power. It's pretty much Soulcalibur. It's been the plot of Soulcalibur since Soulcalibur 1, not Soul Edge, because obviously you only thought Soul Edge existed, but Soulcalibur came out of nowhere. I'm surprised there isn't 3 swords at this point. Soulcalibur, Soul Edge, and Soul something. I don't even know what you make of the third one. So this guy, Sultan Barbaros, is supposedly the bad guy, and the Masked Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire is supposedly the good guy. Look, it's Siegfried. Welcome back to the stage of history. You know, you say the stage of history, you say chosen by history. Come on. It's a classic Soulcalibur tagline, man. But I wanted to show this off because it tries to entice you into believing it'll be a decent game. But that's a lie. Look at that, I got the Soulcalibur 4 loading. This game doesn't look bad, per se, especially on the Wii. The Wii wasn't necessarily known for having the greatest resolution or graphics in terms of their output.
So, this is Soul Edge.
The English voice acting is kind of middling a little bit. It's a little bit of the middle. It's not the worst I've ever heard in a video game. It was much better in Soulcalibur 4. These voices also might sound familiar to you if you've heard them in anime and other type of video games out there, or media in general. So this is taking way too long.
Get stronger.
Okay, Siegfried just grabs the sword. I'm sorry, but my patience is getting tested. So this and their big brain move by Bandai Namco, either in a deal just to make this an exclusive, clearly with Nintendo. That's the only reason why they did this, because if this was on the PS3 and Xbox 360, it would have sold better. I'm not saying it'd be a better game. Using the nunchuck to move is fine, but swinging to do enemy attacks is terrible. I don't know what they were thinking with this. Look at this, swinging constantly, and you gotta do it constantly. Constantly doing this all the time, up and down, left and right. I don't know what they were thinking. Look at this, you have to constantly keep doing this. And look how fast that is. You gotta constantly keep doing it to make sure you make it through the game. I'll probably put up some footage of Devil May Cry 3 and God of War 2 at this point and show you the differences when we get into the combat, because this is just the opening area where you just break barrels. No kid would want to sit here and swing the Wii remote constantly just to get through this. Because it's important to open up barrels because they have items inside them, just like they do at Devil May Cry. Look at that wall! Not Dark Souls, but Devil May Cry has walls like these. So now they teach you how to do horizontal attacks. They should have just taught you that earlier with the vertical attack. You can also lock onto enemies, but this is pretty much all you're going to be doing. That's it. You having fun yet? Look how much damage these guys take. 3 hits each. That means you're gonna have to swing approximately, what, in a large area, maybe 9 times. Look at that Devil May Cry wall. It's just not intuitive to sit here and have 2 remotes to basically do the functionality of 1 remote, like it was for the PS2 for the most part for the Devil May Cry games and God of War, or the Xbox with Ninja Gaiden Black. See, you got some nice health in there. Nice, good stuff. If you notice, we also got like a Metal Gear Solid mini-map, which kind of cracks me up for some reason, because aesthetically, it looks out of place. Look, we're on a pirate ship where we found Soul Edge, right? And you look at all of this embroidering, the nice wood of a ship, the nice candles, and then you look at this Metal Gear Solid mini-map, it's like, this has nothing to do with the aesthetic of the game. I mean, look at Siegfried's profile picture and the health bar and soul gauge bar with it. At least it seems like it's era-appropriate, or at least what this type of setting is going for. That mini-map is just not cutting it. Maybe if they put like a frame frame around it, maybe it look better, but I don't think so. I think I'm playing this on normal, if I remember correctly. So I haven't used the soul gauge meter yet, which is the green bar up there, and it's full. But we're going to do it against this guy. Who is it? You may be asking, well, we're on a pirate ship. What other pirate you know that's in the game? You think Raphael's a pirate? No. It's the one and only, the original wielder of Soul Edge in the introduction of the series, Cervantes. Let's go. Look at him. He's a bum. You're a bum, Cervantes. Do you believe in bad video games, Siegfried? Well, you're in one. That's mean. That's so mean. True, but mean. This is a villain. This is an antagonist character. And all you do is you beat him here, and that's it. I don't even know if he comes back based on how far I played in, because I didn't beat this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not playing this to show that I beat it. I'm playing to show why you shouldn't even play it in the first place. That's what my argument is. Besides being a retrospective review, this was just bad. Look, he'd also thrust the Wii remote. See, put the soul gauge, it does more damage. Look at that. Look at that attack. Look at his damage. Great stuff. Good fight. Good fight. It's not even over yet. I already know it's over. Good fight. Great stuff. Just spam. What's the point of dodging, rolling, or anything like that if you could just wail on him? So this is supposedly takes place between Soul Edge and Soulcalibur as well. But this is non-canonical, so don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. What a great blade that is. Didn't look anything like it was in the cutscenes that you were showing off, but thanks. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't even show it. Soulcalibur looked right, but this doesn't. So in this cutscene, Soul Edge just decides to go crazy and have evil demon creatures invade the world. Look at that. Haha, Siegfried, you got tricked because you were down bad. Look at it. It looks like an atomic bomb going off in this medieval fantasy world. Like I said, these don't look bad at all. Bravely Default, I think, uses this type of art style and cutscene stuff to show off their story. And I think it works for Soulcalibur, but at this point, they're mostly doing 3D stuff. The evil seed of Chucky. Okay, yeah, I know. So Siegfried screws up the world by unleashing Soul Edge's power, which then splits it. That's it. And then we're just going straight into Siegfried was enveloped by the evil seed, but he's fine. Okay, sure. This is also reminiscent of Fire Emblem as well. Definitely reminiscent of the PNGs from Fire Emblem, or like I said, Bravely Default. Art's a bit wonky. Siegfried's head is like shrunken in. He's got fetal alcohol syndrome or something. He's got no forehead. I'm Iska, the court jester under the emperor. I just want to get this done. So do I, Siegfried. I'm just going to skip through this because I straight up don't care. This is not what Soulcalibur's about. It's just not. Just not. But they try to do the idea of that world mode. Remember Soulcalibur 3 when you go to each place and do battles like the original Soul Edge? They try to make that into an entire game, and it just doesn't work the way they did it. I don't even know why I'm saving the game. Do I even bother? Let's get in there, though. I gotta show off the trail. They give you a condition, and there's even a rank in the game, but it doesn't help when you don't get extra rewards for it in the level. I don't know if you get rewards afterwards. It's not like I care that much. This person's a woman? Siegfried, he's going full China. It's a woman? What the? Apparently you can level up your Soul Edge to use different weapons. I guess it'd just be the same.
I'll prove my power.
That sounded terrible. All Siegfried could do is two-headed weapons. I like how they tell you the map is here now. Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first level? Why would you just tell me everything in the first level? I don't even care to guard. I'm just gonna swing. Because these guys take forever to do their attacks. Why bother? You know, even if I get damage, it's not gonna be so bad. Look at this. You can just drill through them. Why bother? But I think also the lack of enemy, not necessarily lack of enemy variety per level, because this is obviously different than the skeletons. But you'll notice when we get to the arena, you'll start doing repeats of the assets they used in other levels. Jump feels wonky. It feels like DMC1 jumping. Look at this. Yep. Oh, okay, nice. You actually hit me. Good stuff. It looked like they were just jumping to get closer to do an attack. I didn't even know that was an attack. Oh my goodness. Dude, for real. It's not like I have great movement here. Where are you going? You done yet? Let's go. I'm already getting tired playing this game. Look how much health that healed. Are you kidding me? So they're more like a nuisance to be like a skillful challenge to get through in terms of learning what these enemies do. And they're so slow and cumbersome. They're worse than the skeletons. This should have felt like the first level enemy because how slow they were. And they might do decent damage, but I never got hit by them. So this is to build up your soul charge, spirit charge. I called it soul gauge. That's what it essentially is, but they call it spirit charge. Don't know why you just changed the name. Why spirit charge? It's the soul. The game's not called Spirit Calibur or Spirit Edge. It's called Soul. But some of these levels actually do have bosses. And you actually get to see a cutscene for those bosses coming in. I think it's at 30 frames per second. This game runs at 60, I think. Feels like 60. That's clearly 30. Do I even care to block? I think I'm just going to prove that you don't even need to block. How did I even get hit by that? Okay, I just don't even care. Like, look at how much damage he's doing. Nothing. There you go. Great boss battle. You don't even get to kill him. You just hit him halfway. No blocking, no parrying. Compare this to Cerberus and Devil May Cry 3, and it's not even close. Look, it's Ivy. Ivy's in the game. Let's go. Just knocked it away. Wow, it's like I was already doing that.
Not enough. I need
What? Why we got Kingdom Hearts victory poses? You try to take that from Soul Calibur, like, yeah, we won, so we get the victory pose. Like, that's Kingdom Hearts. And that's the power of the Soul Edge. See, I got an A, just for clear time. Notice how health, I don't think, was even a part of this. It's just max combo. Great stuff. See, you have a ranking here, too. I think that's what the bar is for, is based on your ranking. Why you care about ranking, I don't know. Do you get something out of it? I don't know. Don't care. I do like the aesthetic, though. Don't care. So Ivy gets to join the team and also pledged help with the Roman Emperor to help stop the Sultan from destroying the Roman Empire. Because the Sultan is actually using Soulcalibur, and we're trying to recover the fragments of Soul Edge. That's essentially the plot of this game. See, as you notice, you got 2 different areas here. Why did I hit yes to save the game? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? We need to go to the arena, and you're going to start to notice that, wait a minute, I've seen that enemy before, but sometimes I think you have to do one stage over another. So now you can choose between these 2 characters. So we're going to choose Ivy.
Pain only lasts an instant.
I'll do it!
Good intro. See, you can switch between characters in the quest, but I'm probably not going to. Ivy is really good. I think she might be better than Siegfried. She just has better range. Look how easy. She's so much faster, too. Look, skeletons again. Just like the rock enemies, just reuse those assets. This is also like a worse version of a Soul Calibur 4 stage. I mean, because it's on the Wii, so it's not like they can show it off graphically. Look at that horizontal attack. It's so good. It's such a good circumference. Why wouldn't you use that? That hit? Was that even a proper hitbox? Jeez, that was a one-hit kill. Oh my goodness, Ivy, you are too good. Why would you ever play Siegfried at this rate? It does a similar amount of hits to Siegfried, if not just the same. Like, there's no differentiation. The issue is, in Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden Black and all that stuff, they also have projectiles, which help deviate from their normal combos you're used to. In this game, there doesn't seem to be any. If they are later on, that's just ridiculous. Like, there should be already day 1. Game 1. Even then, you still get other weapons that are to one character and not relying on doing them on multiple. I shouldn't have to switch between characters to do different weapon types. It's like there's other characters in this game like Mitsurugi, Astaroth. Those are all like melee characters. There's not really any projectile characters, I don't think, in this game. There's apparently also some character from Tales of Symphonia in the game, but you probably won't play it long enough to even see that character. Look, this is a new enemy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think I'm done here. Why was it blue? Soul Edge is red. That's what I don't get. Like, why is he wielding Soul Edge? Why even wield Soul Edge at that point? Why isn't he just getting the fragments of Soul Calibur? Just say he found Soul Calibur instead and he's gonna have to defeat the Sultan who's using Soul Edge instead. I don't know, man. They just feel like Soul Calibur's the bad sword, and I get that it's like a utopian sword of your own vision, but in most cases, like you see in this Soul Calibur 4 ending and most story battle characters, that they'll just tell you that their utopia overcomes what's like, oh, that seems like sort of a good thing, I guess, but it really depends on what you think a utopia is. So this is Soul Calibur Legends. If you're interested in this type of game, I wouldn't even recommend it. This game is decently long. I'd say like 9 to 12 hours. Maybe if you're speedrunning it faster, just wanting to rush through things, maybe 7 to 8 hours. I don't recommend it. More reviews, retrospectives on the way, everybody.